With Isaiah and Terrence back on the field, will our Tigers dominate our rivals, the Shafter Generals?
With the stands full on both sides for Tigers and Generals, you could definitely feel the tension in the air.
Welcome back, Wasco, to our special weekend news coverage brought to you by Wasco High Media. Today, we're bringing you highlights for the Wasco Shafter game. I'm Lupita Gonzalez.
And I'm Ezekiel Nunez. Before we continue on the football, we do want to mention that our varsity tennis girls lost to Selma 3-6. We do want to recognize them for a great season this year.
In addition, our varsity volleyball girls did not win their match on Thursday against BCHS. We are unsure of their playoff run at this moment. Before the game on Friday, we had the chance to welcome the Generals to our annual Shafter Wasco rally. We definitely showed them the meaning of school spirit.
Hey, does Shafter want to get a little try at that? You guys can stand up if you want. Huh? All right, you ready? You ready? You ready? Ready? Hey, Shafter! You guys sound like you're fans. Just quiet. We the champions! 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 Come on, one more time, Wasco. We the champions! 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 Come on, give it up! Yeah. We got spirit! We got spirit! How about you? Nothing? Nothing? All right, let's get it. That's how a real team do it. No.
Friday night, our Tigers had the chance to play against the Generals, and before the game, I had the chance to interview past varsity players and a fan about the game, and I asked them about their thoughts on the rivalry.
What do I think of the outcome of the varsity game? I think they'll come in and do well. I think they'll put a whooping on them like they do every year. I say 50-0. Well, you gotta love it, man. To me, I think it's probably the biggest rivalry in the whole nation of the United States. You know, besides that, probably not. But here in Kern County, it is, and probably in California, it gets talked about all around. So it's a big rivalry.
In my opinion, I believe that I'm pretty sure varsity will whoop their butts because our varsity team is really dedicated to what they do, and they're really dedicated to playing football. And I know them personally, and they're really close, and I know they'll pull through and win it for the team. The rivalry can be a little hasty, and they can really go too far with it sometimes. Like, they could vandalize, which they have. They vandalize our school, and I really think that's disappointing for the other team to be at that stoop of a level. And I know we won't go down to that level, and we're more mature, and it's just, I know we'll win anything compared to Shafter.
Or this game, I predict we're going to win 42-10. These guys, Shafter is always hard to beat because they have a lot of spirit, and they're not going to just lay down. But we have a very good team. I've been watching Wasco for 30 years, and it's a very special team this year. It's the best rivalry in the world. It's amazing. I've got friends that won't live in Shafter because they went to Wasco High. I don't think anything has changed in that rivalry. The only thing maybe is that there's not a lot of people that have lived in Wasco their whole life and involved with that rivalry. So.
Thanks, Ezekiel. Now on to the highlights. At the beginning of the game, Shafter makes a strong start when number 23, Gabriel Cabezuela, runs 35 yards. And just a play later, Casper gets a sack on number 9, Milwee from Shafter. With the ball in Wasco's possession, Chicho Martinez runs up for a 48-yard gain to bring us to Shafter territory. After many attempts to a touchdown, number 3 from Wasco, Isaiah Sharp, rushes in for a touchdown. The kick from Morphin was good. This gave Wasco the early lead at 7-0. Shafter, not wanting to give in to Wasco's lead, number 9 quarterback completes a 30-yard pass to number 5, Richard Norris, bringing them into Wasco territory. Toward the end of first quarter, number 9 from Shafter got sacked by Wasco's Marcus Darden.
Milwee brought down for the sack.
Tigers defense holds them back and recovers the ball with a failed fourth down attempt. That takes us to the end of first quarter, leaving the score Wasco 7, Shafter 0.
At the beginning of the second quarter, with Shafter in possession, quarterback Milwee throws a short pass to Gabriel Cabezuela, who runs and dives into the end zone for Shafter's first touchdown, bringing the game to a tie. To keep Shafter in the dust, Adrian Torres, number 12, receives the kickoff and outruns the Generals for a touchdown, bringing the score to 14-7. Morphin's kick was fair. With Wasco breaking Shafter's offensive line, both DIBBLE and Couch go in for a sack back-to-back on number 9, Milwee. Not letting the sacks affect their game, Shafter quarterback completes a long pass a few plays later, when Milwee runs towards the sideline and launches the ball to number 11, Nick Alexander, for a 30-yard gain. A few plays later, number 9 from Shafter completed a pass to number 5 for a first and goal. With 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, Shafter ties the game when their quarterback sneaks in for a touchdown, making the score 14-14. Trying to beat the clock, Sutton throws a pass to Grinner for a Wasco touchdown, bringing Wasco back in the lead 21-14 into halftime.
After the beginning of the half, Austin hands off the ball to Isaiah Sharp, who dodges Generals for a 65-yard rush touchdown, setting the tone for the second half. With Wasco in possession again, Casper Lopez rushes 20 yards down the sideline, dodging 2 Generals, giving them a first down. A few plays later, Chicho Martinez rushes in for a touchdown, bringing the score to 34-14. Wasco kicks a squib in order to recover the ball. Although it appears DIBBLE retrieves it, the refs call the ball in Generals' possession, leaving Wasco coaches furious. In the next play, quarterback number 9 from Shafter throws a long pass to number 45, Miguel Aguilar, who gets sacked by Adrian Torres, causing a fumble that is recovered by Wasco's Austin Banducci. With Wasco still in possession, quarterback Sutton with the keeper rushes for a 25-yard touchdown. Morphin's kick was successful. This brings the game to Wasco 42, Shafter 14. Without letting the score get to them, Shafter fights back before the end of the third quarter. Emilio Lopez rushes in for a gain of yards, bringing Shafter to a field goal range, where Milwee sneaks in for the 1-yard Shafter touchdown, bringing the game to 42-21 at the end of third.
With about 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, the Shafter Generals number 9 completes a pass to number 11 for a 72-yard gain, with a sack from Terrence Grinner to prevent touchdown. With a few plays later, in Wasco territory, number 9, Milwee, completes a pass to number 45, Miguel Aguilar, for a Shafter touchdown, bringing the score to 42-28. With Wasco in possession, number 10, Austin Sutton, hands the ball to number 25, Casper Lopez, for a Wasco High touchdown, taking the score to 49-28. With a long pass from Shafter's quarterback to number 5, Richard Norris, Wasco's Chicho Martinez intercepts the pass, bringing it to a Wasco first down. With 2 minutes left in the game, number 10, Austin Sutton, throws a 15-yard pitch to Wasco's Casper Lopez for a Wasco touchdown, Morphin with a fair field goal, leaving the game to end with a Wasco win of 56-28. After the game, I had the chance to interview players and a varsity coach.
I think it was a great win for Wasco at this time right now, where we needed it.
Well, how does it feel to have both Isaiah and Terrence back in the game, finally?
Well, you know, they bring a different dynamic to our team. You know, they can get the big plays, and they did it right after halftime. It was a huge play that they got for us. So it was a game changer. It's a mentality that we have, so it's good. It works well.
What would you consider? Who would you consider some standout players in this game?
I think Terrence had a great game. I think Shark came in and had that a 65-yard run was good. Chicho probably had the best game of everybody with the 2 picks, and then he ran the ball very well. Casper coming in with the 2 touchdowns he had. So, I mean, overall, it was a great team. When the offensive line, it starts with the offensive line. Anybody knows football, it starts with them.
What did you think of the outcome of this game, man?
Honestly, we did a lot better. We stepped up a lot, and we played as a team, even though we had stupid penalties here and there, but we stayed in together.
How does it feel to have both Isaiah and Terrence back in the game?
It feels a lot more better now because we have our original team, but now we just need to work on the rehab and everything, see how they go.
Well, what do you think of Shafter's team as a whole?
They ain't nothing. They're the same old Shafter. Year after year, trash talk, try to start fights, but they could be a good team if they really want to.
The outcome, it was as planned. We're coming here, just smash them in the mouth. Took a while, but it happens.
Well, how does it feel to have both Isaiah and Terrence back in the game?
It feels great. They're both key parts to our offense. Just feels good.
What did you think of the outcome of this game?
Well, it came out like we supposed. Hard work, dedication, that's what we preach. And I don't know, just do what Wasco does. Ready for postseason.
Well, how does it feel to have both Isaiah and Terrence back in the game?
Well, it feels good. We have both weapons now, so we should be good during the playoffs. Just we need to keep healthy now. That's all it is.
How do you expect Wasco to do during the playoffs?
We'll make it as far as we want to. So it's just up to us, hard work. That's what we preach. That's all we got.
What do you think of Shafter's team as a whole?
Oh, they're good, just not Wasco good.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Chris.
At the moment, we are unsure if Wasco will be playing in the first round of playoffs. They may be getting a bye. Before we go, we want to thank our video crew, Robert Dominguez, Haedon Kaufman, and also Fernando Gallegos, who were fighting the cold to film the game. Also, special thanks to Raymond, Romero, and Silva for photographing the game, and our reporter crew, Ezekiel, Nunez, and Justin Nickols.
This was a special sports broadcast brought to you by Wasco High Media.
Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the game footage from the Wasco Shafter game.
After the game, I had the chance to interview players and a varsity coach. What's so funny?